All right, let's keep moving. Helping your golden prospect. And this is a good time to say, wait a minute, is this about link building or referral marketing or building relationship building course? What is this course? It's a link building course and a referral course, and you can call it a PR course, how to win friends, big friends, and influence bigger friends. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's how to meet powerful people that can help your business with a link. And whether it's one link or 100 links, it's about the relationship behind the link. I know I say that a lot. And the best way I know to help a golden prospect or even a link prospect, but we're talking about golden prospects here, is to help that person make more money. And a lot of them are lone wolves if they're consultants. So they're always looking to make more money. And so that's good news because they have a lot of low-hanging fruit that is costing them money. And the way the algorithm works, there's a lot of issues that most prospects have with their website because they may be an expert at trade shows and they may be an expert at web development, but are they an expert at search engine optimization? Do they know what on-page optimization is? Are their title tags optimized? Are they even using title tags? Are they using meta descriptions? Is there sites with thin content? Is their site mobile friendly? There's a myriad of different things that is costing these golden prospects money. And that how do I know it's costing them money? Well, let me answer that by sharing an analogy with you. Probably a metaphor is a better answer for it. Imagine that your website or your client's website is a runway. And when that runway is fully functional, airplanes will land on that runway. And in those airplanes will be customers. And those customers will be carrying wallets and purses. And then those wallets and purses will be credit cards and whatever else, and cash. And that's what everybody cares about in business, is making money. And as far as any business that is not making money, that runway is not bringing in airplanes. It's not because there's nothing interesting and people don't want to land on the runway. It's because there's potholes in the runway. So we all have websites, and the algorithm, as incredibly complicated as it is these days, it's no wonder that any one site would have a lot of pockets of something that's out of alignment with the current algorithm. And because these are golden prospects, their sites are earning money for their families through these sites, so their sites are already money makers. By helping your prospects in this, find the potholes that are that's on their website, on their runway, help find some specific potholes they have, and then fill in a few of them. Let them know, and I'll show you what those can be. And what happens is just a few changes of filling in those potholes usually results in better traffic numbers and hopefully more revenue just from filling in that pothole, because their site's already ranking, it's already earning money for their family, it's already a revenue producer. So it's by filling pockets that are out of alignment with the algorithm, or even the conversion, unoptimized for conversion processes. It makes sense that any pothole that you help your golden prospect find and fix, because a lot of these fixes are really easy, that's going to be more money for your golden prospect. And it might take you 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Who knows? It might take you all day. That doesn't matter how long it takes you. You spend time building links. Okay. What are you doing? Watching link building videos and how to do it and wondering how to do outreach? Well, of course, that's what everybody wants to know how to do. But the best way I know to get somebody's attention is to help them. And your golden prospects, like I started to say, what I mentioned a little bit ago, they're great at what they do, but they usually have a lot of potholes in their runway that they need help with. They may not know they need help with, but they do. Let's talk about some of those potholes. And you don't need to be an expert to be able to offer this type of help to them either. All right, first we'll talk about images. We'll start with images because this is one of the easiest ones to do if you're a graphic designer. Let me tell you, probably every golden prospect you have, if they're a one-person team, if it's just a really small business, they aren't using Open Graph or Twitter cards on their posts and on their money sites and on any of their link bait pieces. And what's an Open Graph? I'm not going to go show you an example, but because if you know images, you know that an Open Graph image is when you share a link from your site onto Facebook, you want an image will appear. And you have to tell Facebook what that image that you want to appear is. And if you put a good one together, you could really improve your click-through rates. So it's amazing how many golden prospects aren't using Open Graph images. So go find every one of your golden prospects posts that don't have Open Graph images created. Go through and create some for him and or her, and then zip them up together, send them over, and said, you know what, your posts rock. I want to let you know that, hey, I really dig what you do, and I just thought this would help you out. It should help you with click-throughs, and it will, by the way. And even if they don't like it, and maybe they want an edit, hey, feel free. And you could also say, hey, it didn't take me too long to put these together. It's because what I do. If you want any edits on it, I don't mind doing that either. This will help you get more click-through rates. So just going through and creating Open Graph and Twitter cards and doing a really nice job for it too. And just something that will help them increase their click-through rates on Facebook and Twitter. Make it something that you would get paid for. And if you do that, you're going to make pretty good money, at least as a link builder. and well, you're going to build a lot of relationships that way, then get subsequent gigs. And that's how you build relationships with big people who can give you a lot of sales at once, not just a link. So those are some of the things you can do is create an Open Graph image for them, create Twitter card images for them. And other times you'll see that golden prospects, they'll have, or any link prospect, not any link prospect, but they aren't using the right alt tags on their images. And if you help them fix that, it's just going to improve their rankings. It's not going to hurt their rankings, as long as you know what you're doing. And they're going to say, hey, and then you say, hey, I just saw that, and what you do is just constantly and tell them to watch the rankings and analytics, and sometimes, and just do what you can to show that, hey, I just found another pothole, watching analytics, that should help. And it's amazing how fast you can build a friendship up with somebody, especially when what you're doing is really helping them. And you're not an expert, you're just find the potholes and fill them. And soon what will happen is you fill in enough potholes, airplanes start to land. And then they'll call you, well, you're an SEO genius. Well, you can take the credit if you want, but no, you're just filling in potholes. And so if you can help with alt tags, if you can help with finding duplicate image problems, sometimes everybody they like to use stock images. That's hurting them. Google looks at that as duplicate content. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's just like low quality. To me, that reeks of low quality, and maybe Google might think that. So I like original pictures. Even if you use the same images, if you know how to flip them on the axis, the vertical axis, so you can, or put a little different shade in the background to get Google to recognize that image, so where they can't recognize the image as being a duplicate. If you can help them do that, that might help. It might be a waste of time too. I don't know why I put it on here now that I'm thinking about it. Uh, that'd, that'd be like a complete. We've done that, and we've really done that for one client, and I don't remember any people responding to it. So strike that one. I'm not going to delete it. Yeah. Hey, so you never learn what works until you try as many things as possible. And in doing outreach, you can try as many different ways to help. There's a lot of different ways to help people. All right, so look through their images. That's a great way to help them. Another way you can help them solve some little. I don't want to scare you off with this one. Boom. I know some of this really isn't tech SEO, but unless you're in the SEO industry, there's a very good chance that your prospect has no idea what any of these potholes are, which is good news for you. Their site's already making money the way it is with the potholes. So it just shows that, hey, getting those potholes fixed is good. And so that's and it's fun fixing the potholes too, because it's easy to do. And what you do is, I'm not going to show you in this. You'll have to take the initiative and learn all this stuff. It's all over the internet. And I'm not going to teach you how to use tools to crawl the site. But what you do is take it to a tool, crawl it, find everything you can that has problems. And it could be crawl errors. That'll have to be like maybe errors that a lot of 404s, and maybe there's a lot of you'd have to have access to their analytics, but or to their console. But I guess you wouldn't have that information. So you can't help them with crawl errors unless they give you access to their account. So, but you can help them if they need structured data. Maybe you find some errors in their structured data or their internal linking. Maybe their site's not mobile friendly. Or you find some robots and look for robots. These are potential. These are all just potholes your prospect has on their website. They may not have them all, but I guarantee you they have a lot of them, and enough of them for you to help fill, and it will significantly help their website. And what you do is you don't fill them all at once, because then it looks kind of creepy and stalkish and all that. I'm not sure I like doing a bunch of work. Yeah, I was up 4 days doing this research and finding every flaw in your website. And here's what the solutions I found to fix them. I mean, it's presumptuous, and it's like kind of a know-it-all. So, and plus, what you want to do is use it as kindling. Use these potholes as kindling to build a relationship with your prospect. In other words, fix only a couple at a time. Reach out. If the first time you're reaching out and you don't have any money at all to do like the bulk order stuff I did in the other training, or the transcription work, and you don't want to type, or if you don't want to create content, you can easily find a tool that you like, run their site through that tool, get this information, and these are all potential communication points where if you do a couple potholes at a time, and even if they start they watch, and they should set up their analytics and tell them to watch and benchmark it, put the time and date that you make each of these pothole changes, and write down what they are, and maybe they say, well, I don't have analytics set up right. Then you offer to do that for them for free, to set up analytics so it's tracking everything on their website. And if you don't know how to do it, you go, well, no, you don't go learn. You don't want to mess their stuff up. But you get them in touch with somebody you do know who can install Google Analytics. Then you immediately go learn yourself how to do Google Analytics and how to set it up. Because a lot of your prospects won't have that set up, and they're really eager to be taught how to do it, because a lot of the courses on how to do it take time to learn, and the way Google teaches is thorough, but it's not really conducive to learning quickly. And there's a lot of ways you can teach people quickly if you just do it. So go through and find these potholes, fix a little bit at a time. They'll say, well, thank you. I didn't know I had the compressed images issue. I didn't have any title tags. Oh, then you get their title tags optimized for them, and then little by little, each conversation you're doing, and it doesn't take you any time to learn how to do this stuff. It doesn't take any time at all. And if you want to be of help to your golden prospect, fill these potholes in, and good things will happen. They'll make money. They'll make more money, and they'll say, wow, you're cool. What do you want? Oh, a link? Because you want this. Yeah, you want to. Yeah, I remember Eric gave the first link. You want a link, don't you? Yeah, he thought I was trying to sell him something. But he kind of found the book, and he knew that the whole book was getting a link from Eric Ward, what I'm doing to earn a link from him. And so he found it while it was in blog post form, and it was unfortunate because then he knew I wanted a link. And that was my only ask. But, it took 4 months, 3 months. I don't know. It took a bit to get the link because, Link, he was the link bro. He's the best link builder in the world. He doesn't just hand links out as if they were pieces of bologna. They were to him. They symbolized relationships, and that's what link building is. And this whole course is building relationships with people that can help you. And if you build enough relationships up with people that can help you, that'll give you plenty of revenue to help the people that can't help you in return. I don't know. I'm not speaking from experience. That's just from what I've heard on the grapevine. No, you see the videos online, and it's the successful people that have a lot of money. They usually are enjoying life, not because they have a lot of money, but because they're living free and are helping people. And helping people's cool. And so I think we can make money, even if we don't have money for big budgets to get the attention of our golden prospects. It doesn't mean we still can't get their attention. If you don't know how to do any of these, learn how to do it. This is what you spend your time link building doing, learning to fill these potholes, because it will always give you an in with your golden prospect, and they will appreciate you filling in the gaps on their website. Trust me. And because people are trying to charge them all the time to do it, and you're going to do all of it for free. Why? Because you're cool. And that's why. And even if you're hard up for money, especially if you're hard up for money, you do it for free. You don't take money from your golden prospects. You give money to your golden prospects. Seriously, usually their courses are so great that you have to buy everything they have. How else can you endorse it and tell your list and get them in your little strategic alliance? How can you do it? You have to buy from them. All right, so that's what I suggest. Learn how to do all these things. They're easy. I'm not going to I can't do it. I still have clients I got to get links for. And otherwise, I think that would be a fun thing where I would say, okay, I'll show you how to fill in each one of these potholes. Maybe I'll do a survey. See if you guys want a course on how to fill in these potholes, because these would be perfect for beginners to be able to reach out to golden prospects and say, you know what, this is kind of a big deal, but you have a no index tag that's hurting you, or a compressed image that's hurting you. And you looked really good. This other stuff looked really good. But I hope you don't mind, but I wrote some different structured data code for you that you can use that should help you get snippets. And you can't guarantee they'll get snippets because there is no guarantee. or maybe I found a problem with your mobile, or I found a huge problem in your robot, because usually if you find a problem in the robot file, it's life-changing. As far as traffic goes, it's life-changing. It's not life-changing, but it's huge because it can kill traffic. It freaks out clients, I'll tell you that. That's how I get. Usually my clients are gone, man. They're out making money and they're doing that, and then if somebody makes a change in that robot file, I can usually brings the client calling to my phone quickly, and wherever they're at in the world. It's funny how that works that way. So those are usually big problems. So if they have too big of a problem in the robot file, it's probably they've already known about it and fixed, but maybe not. Canonicals are worth learning, and all this stuff you can learn how to do. So learn how to do the Google Analytics goals, so they can benchmark the changes, and you can start helping them get their site optimized too. And there's a lot of things to do with tech SEO, with their images and their index tags. And what you do is just follow best practices. And I'm not going to recommend any best practices. And I'd like to, though. I would say see Brian Dean for on-page best practices from backlinko.com. He's the best in the world. I'm not even going to try. He's the best. All right, another thing here, on-page, you can help. These are other potholes. Look at it, meta description optimization. There's also the meta description length issue. Google just made a change where the change is like they're allowing more characters in the meta description now. So maybe their description isn't optimized well. And when I say optimized, it isn't optimized well for clicks. You can become a hero, go from 0 to hero status quickly with the golden prospect if you can learn how to write meta description that gets clicks over to the site, if it gets clicks. And if you learn how to write descriptions that increase meta descriptions, and I'm repeating myself, you will be sought after because you'll be able to immediately be able to help businesses make more money. And remember, these sites are already making money. They're your golden prospects revenue producer. It's where they sell their stuff. So they've already enough traffic there. Your prospects, your your target audience is already there buying from them, and you're just helping him sell more because it's what you're finding a pothole and you just start filling it in, and you're not asking for anything in return. And that's what I like, because it's just a cool thing to do. You become an expert at it really quick. So you fill in the potholes, and you get to have a few conversations over that, and then they watch their analytics. And then if you teach them on analytics, that's a good way to always have, where if maybe you have a little training for, I'm constantly teaching Google Analytics to my clients, and because it's a huge tool, you got to have it. You got to become an expert at it. And if you're becoming an expert at it, and your golden prospect probably isn't, you can help them make a lot more money just optimizing their site for conversions and revenue and on page too. And if you can learn how to find out what the best practices are and learn to use the tools to find out what's wrong with the site and what the remedies are, and the remedies are not hard, this is the perfect avenue for you to help your golden prospect make a lot of money, or at least more money. Maybe not a lot more, but we'll see. Maybe, who knows, maybe it jumps in from 4 to 1.